Ha, we here. Welcome to the first annual. I'm saying annual. I really don't have no opening, no introduction. This is just the first podcast, and basically I'll wrap up the Saints off season. It's kind of what I'm gonna do in this because this is my first one, and a lot has happened, since the season ended, and just want to cover it. Gonna be quick. Try to keep it 10 minutes or less, hopefully. But you know how it goes. Sometimes you can just talk and ramble on. But hey, this is the Boot Tragedies. I won't really call this a podcast because I'm not really podcasting. So yeah, I'm just gonna cover up the Saints, off season right now, and of course we're gonna start off with the major news, the breaking news after since 2006, the retirement of Drew Brees, and I know it didn't end well. It did not end well. The last 3-4 years, he did not look great. I mean, he was playing hurt, arm strength declined, but regardless of that fact, I mean, what he did for this city, this franchise, undeniable. Love it, even though I didn't like the way it ended. I thank Drew Brees for everything he's done for us, because without him, who knows where this franchise would be? Like, who knows? So I really appreciate that from Drew Brees, and that comes to the next question. Who's going to be the quarterback? Is it Taysom? Is it Jameis? I wish I was recording when Taysom got the fake $140 million deal to calm everyone down that thought he was actually going to get $140 million. That's never going to happen, by the way. But yeah, I'm just going to go through some quick off-season moves. Obviously, we traded Malcolm Brown. I think we got a 6th or 7th round pick. Got freed up some cap there. Alex Arma, the fullback that we got from the Panthers. I think that is a very, very underrated signing that really just kind of went under the radar. And I mean, it's a fullback, so I get it. No one cares about a fullback, but I think we're going to be very run heavy next year, and that's going to be very, very important for us. So hopefully he comes in and get some chemistry with Kamara in the offensive line, and it'll be a great signing for us. And who did we lose? If I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, I have a list somewhere. But Alex Angeloni, I don't really have much to say. It was a risk when we drafted him, injury prone. I mean, he left. Not really losing anything there. Sheldon Rankins, I hate to lose him, even though he didn't really perform the way he did before the Achilles injury. And I mean, an Achilles injury at that size, you kind of, I'm not going to say it's over for you, but that explosiveness that he had, it wasn't the same. He still performed well. For us, but just was never the same for him. And I mean, he went with the Jets, got a nice little bag, so hey, I'm happy for him. I like Sheldon. Justin Hardy, that's going to be a big loss for us. A big, big loss. Our best special teams player outside of the return man, obviously. Harris is the best in the league at what he does. So, but yeah, Justin Hardy is going to be a big loss. He also went to the Jets with Sheldon Rankins. I mean, Jets had $700 billion in cap space, so they were just, signing anyone. Emmanuel Sanders, I'm not going to say it's a big loss, but I'm not going to say it doesn't matter. I expected way more from him, like this past season, but didn't really turn out how I expected. He has some bright spots now. Don't get me wrong. He made some big catches, had some bright spots, but I honestly thought he would perform much better than what he did this year. And like I said, I don't know if it was him, Brees, Peyton, or whatever, but I just know it didn't work like I expected it to work. So yeah, he's also leaving. Janoris Jenkins went to the Titans. That's a big, big loss, but I think we'll replace him in the draft, and I'll get to draft stuff later on, but that's another huge loss. Trey Hendrickson, we lost him. Obviously a huge loss, but this is my last hope for Davenport. This is your last year to prove any and everything. I have no expectations for him this year because I've had expectations every year since he's been in the league, and I've been let down, so I'm done with him for sure. But if he performs, he performs. But, I mean, we spent 2 first-round picks to get him, and he has not lived anywhere close to that 2 first-round pick price tag. So, hopefully he does something. I think Granderson may end up taking his spot and playing more than him because I just like Granderson, and I think he'll be a good player for us. Josh Hill we lost as well, and the one person we lost, I won't go too hard on the guy because he's a good dude. But Jared Cook, I mean, man, do I really need to? Like, I'm not. I don't even want to open these wounds back. Just bye, Jared Cook, man. Just never come back. That's all I'll say. No disrespect. I mean that respectfully, but yeah, don't ever come back, man. And somehow, we re-signed PJ Williams. And every year he gets a 1-year deal. I don't know how he's doing it, but hey, once you're a saint for me. So, I mean, I'm just going to live with it at this point. I don't really think he does anything special. But I guess he plays multiple positions for us. So, hey, to each his own, Mickey Loomis and Sean Payton. I wish we would have just moved on and got some new blood in there, give another guy a chance. But, hey, PJ's back. We released Quan. I forgot about that. Hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he comes back and comes back from that Achilles injury and plays well. I think he's gonna re-sign with us. That's my thinking. The Saints cut him. I mean, it's $14 million. I think we saved against the cap. So he was gonna get cut, especially coming off an Achilles. But I think the plan was always to re-sign him. He's posted videos working out in Saints gear and stuff like that. So hopefully, he gets healthy. I don't know when he's gonna be ready. I don't know if it's gonna be mid-season, beginning of the season. I haven't really followed his progress on that, but I do want Quan back because Quan and DeMario in the middle for us is, that's the best in the league right there. That's a duo. Oh, and also I forgot we released Thomas Morstead. I mean, what can you say about Thomas Morstead, man? Onside kick in the Super Bowl. His punting went down the last couple of years, and I mean, it's kind of the writing on the wall. We signed a punter to the practice squad, so we kind of knew what was coming for him. But hey, I appreciate that onside kick. I appreciate everything he did for us. So him and Drew Brees, they're both in the Saints Hall of Fame for me. I don't think anyone should ever wear number 9 again, and I won't say anyone shouldn't wear number 6. I hope I'm not getting Morstead numbers wrong because I'll be real embarrassed about that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's 6. I'm not going to say anyone shouldn't wear that, but it's kind of close. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of close. He did a lot. To say he was a punter, he did a lot for the franchise. He did a lot. And yeah, man, that was just a little recap, of the offseason. Nothing major, like I said. It's just kind of going through some things. I'll be back closer to the draft. I want to do my mock draft on here, but I think I'll do video because, that's more interactive, even though I'm by myself. I think people being able to see me and things like that will be much better than me just, talking to a black screen or a blank screen or something like that. Maybe I'll throw a highlight video of her or something in the background, kind of keep people engaged and they can just kind of listen. Or you can just, listen and do whatever you got to do in life. Yeah, that's been our off-season, wrap up. Oh, and obviously, dumb me. Jalen McCleskey, excuse me, I cannot pronounce his last name to save my life. We just signed him today. I watched him. I posted a video on him. A couple of highlights from when he was at Oklahoma State and Tulane. So we'll have to, can y'all check that out? And we'll see what he does. I don't think there's a huge signing or anything like that. But it's just it's some news for the Saints. We've been quiet this offseason, which is a good thing. Because, we can always have the Junior Galette offseason where it's not quiet and we're on the beach with belts. Yeah, don't want that. So this is the boot tragedy, man. That's really all I got for y'all for today. Like I said, I'll be back with more, probably closer to draft time. Hopefully this week, but, the week's almost over. So next week sometime or the week after, basically before the draft, I'll have something. I'll kind of give my final thoughts on what I think we should do and what we shouldn't do. Also, once the draft is over, I'll give a little recap on that, see what we drafted or, didn't draft, grade them, all that good stuff that, everyone does. But, hey, man, if you made it through the end of this, I really appreciate you for being along, for this journey. This is my first time doing something like this, and everyone I know always tells me, hey, you should do this, you should do this. They've been egging me on for months and years and however long, and I'm finally just doing it. I want to see who's going to be the first person to find me because I'm kind of doing it anonymous. So we'll see who'll be the first one of my friends or family or whoever to find me. But hey, this is the Boot Tragedies. You can follow me on Instagram. Oh, not Instagram. I don't have Instagram yet. You can follow me on Twitter, though, at The Boot Tragedies. I would say follow me on YouTube, but that's like a subscribe thing. You don't have to. You can. Doesn't really matter to me. If you made it this far, I appreciate you anyway. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to talking to y'all. I'll have some Pelican news, some LSU news, anything Louisiana sports. I'll have it for you. So, hey, man, if you could check back in, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if not, I still thank you for tuning in this time. And I'm out. Appreciate you.